Number 33, Scottie Pippen.
So Scottie Pippen's resume he's got a lot of things going for him. He is 3-time first-team All-NBA, 2-time second-team All-NBA, 2-time third-team All-NBA, 10-time All-Defense, top 5 MVP voting twice, 1 third-place finish. And the first year without Michael Jordan, the Bulls won 55 games, and this is where I'm contractually obligated to remind you, the Bulls won, Michael Jordan in his career won 0 playoff series and only 1 playoff game before Scottie Pippen was with him. And once Jordan didn't have Pippen anymore, those Wizard years never saw the playoffs. So let's not act like Scottie Pippen was just riding Jordan's coattails. So what postseason accomplishments was a big part of this? Obviously, second best player on a 6-time champion. His rookie year, Game 5, first round elimination game. He's 24-6-5 against Cleveland for the first Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls playoff series win. Now, the next few years are tough for him. 89 and 90 against the Pistons. 89 in the final game of the series, he only plays 1 minute. 90 in Game 7 is the migraine game. They talked a ton about that in The Last Dance, obviously. But he rallied after that. 91, the closeout game to win the Bulls' first title. What did Scottie Pippen do? 32, 13, 7, and 5. 32 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals to win their first title. The next year, 92 against the Knicks. Now, this is important because the Knicks were one of only 2 teams to ever take the Bulls 7 games on their 6 title runs, all right? Game 7 against the Knicks, 17, 11, 11, and 3. By the way, also in that series against the Knicks. In The Last Dance, they talked about Michael Jordan catching all that flack for going to Atlantic City between games 2 and 3. And then they talked about how in game 4, he dropped the double nickel. What they left out of that is game 3, the Bulls are down 0-2. This is the year they win their second title. Michael goes 3 for 18 after gambling all night in AC. What does Scottie do? Scottie had 29 points on 12 shots to help them stave off going down 0-3. They end up winning, obviously, 4 of the next 5, and they end up going to the NBA Finals. That, by the way, in the closeout game to go to the NBA Finals in 92, 29, 12, 5, 4, and 4. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks. And then, and this is important, guys, we already talked about what he did the year without Jordan. But then when Jordan is back, 95, the famous Nick Anderson game, not the missed free throws, but where Jordan gets ripped when they lose to the Magic. Scottie was 26, 12, and 6 in that Game 6 loss. He showed up in that game. During the playoffs, the second three-peat. This is when Scottie was a little past his prime. He's 18, 7, and 5 for the three-peat. His playoff career high, he actually did his first year without Michael when he was with the Rockets. He scored 37, and he's played 206 career playoff games. So 2.5 seasons worth of playoff games. He was 18, 8, and 5. So one of the greatest defenders ever. He showed up in the postseason after the migraine moment in 1990, and he won 6 titles. He, without a doubt, deserves to be on this list. Let's go to a caller who has a Scottie Pippen comment.
Hey, Nick, you know why you're overrating Scottie Pippen? Let me remind you who he played with. His name was Michael Jordan, the greatest player to ever play the game. How long did it take Scottie Pippen to get good enough so Jordan could have one damn all-star, perennial, to play with to win championships? It took him 4 years. The dude came in as an 8 points per game scorer. He had a bad back. He didn't know what he was doing on the court. And day after day and practice after practice, Michael continually lifted him up. Michael leaves. What does Scottie do? They lose to the Knicks. Tony Kukoc bails him out in Game 3. He doesn't do anything in the fourth quarter in Game 7 against New York. He leaves the Bulls. What happens in Portland? They melt down against the Lakers in the fourth quarter, blow a Game 7, his one chance to go back to the finals. Whenever Michael left, Scottie did nothing. You love to talk about, oh, they won 55 games. Yeah, they won 55 games. They lost in the second damn round. Scottie Pippen without Mike is a very good basketball player. period. If Dominique Wilkins had been on the Bulls when Scottie was in 88, 89, you know what happens? They beat the damn Detroit Pistons. Scottie was killing Michael, waiting for him to get good.
Okay, listen, full disclosure, that's my buddy Mark Carman, who does a great job on the radio and on television in Chicago. He is also a Michael Jordan super fan. And like most Michael Jordan super fans, they try to twist history to make Jordan this deified character as opposed to a three-dimensional human being. And here's what I don't do. As you know, some would call me a LeBron guy. I don't try to tear down Dwayne Wade. You're going to see him high on this list. I don't try to tear down Anthony Davis. You already saw him on this list. The Jordan fans like to act like Scottie Pippen was a glorified Orlando Woolridge who Jordan just pulled to the finals. Flatly untrue. So while I love and respect Carm, he's dead wrong on Pippen. He's the 33rd greatest player ever. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.